Welcome back. What were we talking about before you brought up piss into gold, Kyle? Oh, ass near the airport, wasn't it?
Ass at the airport?
Ass near the airport.
Oh, ass near the airport. Oh, I see.
We were trying to determine if Keith has ever said anything funny that he himself made up.
If it wasn't just a Akewood. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not claiming I ever have.
And then we thought it was asses near the airport. Or my ass is pissed, and it turns out that's not even him either.
No, ass is pissed is me.
No, but that you took that
that's
from
not funny.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's just Kyle's getting it wrong. He's confusing the conversation.
But no, because the whole thing is that my ass is pissed is based off of my ass is blank, and that's not even you. That is someone else. That is a friend of yours that you ripped off.
That's Duke Nukem. Well, I didn't rip him off. I salvaged the joke that I was the only one who liked. And he doesn't do it anymore. He doesn't, and he was doing like a Duke Nukem thing. I'm not doing it in the same way. This is an iterative thing. This is like how people used to, all the paintings from like the classic painting era are all from the Bible. It's all Bible shit, but they still get credit for being geniuses.
John 14:12. My ass is piss, said Jesus unto his disciples.
Speaking of iterative Bible bullshit and art, I watched a fun little video today about Caravaggio, and they were saying like he painted a lot of stuff from the Bible, a lot of scenes, and he was noted for the way that he shapes light in his paintings. But they said despite the fact that he himself painted a ton of like biblical scenes, he was also apparently just a right bastard. Pretty much, well, he was a criminal because he ended up killing a guy in a fight and had to leave Rome, I think. But anyway, or wherever the hell he was. But they showed one painting in particular, and it's like the Romans hauling off Jesus. And they showed that he even painted himself in there. And the description, the way that this guy described it, he may not have meant it this way, but it came off as he painted himself in this scene as Jesus is being hauled away by the Romans, like there in the crowd with the guards, excited to see Jesus being taken.
Oh shit, it's Jesus! It's like getting to see Justin Bieber get arrested. It's probably what it's like.
It would have been more like seeing somebody who is canonized as a modern day saint being hauled off to prison. Like, I mean, it's getting really excited that a super altruistic person is going to jail or possibly being murdered in like a plot.
Well, it doesn't have to be all that. It's just neat to see someone really famous.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of going for.
Like, yeah, I mean, if you were there, if you saw like Trump and Obama getting arrested at the same time, it'd be like, wow, this is really interesting.
Yeah, what the fuck?
This is worth gawking at.
Number one, what were they doing in the same location?
Well, I was just trying to be fair to all parties, lest I be accused of like.
I'm just trying to think. Like, unfortunately, I don't have anyone in mind who is just like an across the board good person. Like, no one could disagree that they're just.
Well, like I said, it doesn't have to be a good or bad
that's left
person. Just anyone
all
famous.
That's left good on the earth. No, but that's the thing is like somebody who is objectively good and wholesome,
Mr. Rogers,
and then seeing that they're being taken like by police and being brutalized, and you're like, oh fuck yes, I gotta see this.
Yeah, that's strange.
Maybe
yeah. There you go,
Miranda?
Mr. Rogers. It would be like Mr. Rogers getting pulled out of his house by like not even police, but
ICE.
just like some sort of hit squad. And they're about to blast him right there on the sidewalk, and you're like, nice, Mr. Rogers?
What a bad.
You're just like so excited to see this happening. Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, I get it. I get your point. I get what I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
Nick has made his case. He's made his case, and it only took Mr. Rogers getting hauled into the street by a paramilitary force of some kind.
Yeah. Like the fucking crazy corrupt cops in Brazil.
Oh
who
God!
Just, like murder people left and right.
Ah shit! Or like the vans in China that just abduct people and then
I
just
know
gone
why
forever.
Nick made that confused sound. It's because of the arcana that the spider's named after. I don't get it either, Nick.
I think that was me.
Yeah. I vaguely recall the first game. One or two of the bosses that you fight is called Chariot. It's like Chariot Type 2 or whatever.
What is it with Japanese game developers and tarot cards?
It's true, because the last thing you fight in the first game is also, I think it's the wizard.
They
think-
love
But I don't remember.
tarot.
But oh no, there was also the Hanged Man, so I guess they did go tarot. But
It's not even just
never-
tarot. I think the Japanese are just entertained by like, not what's the word? Like not mythical, but like religious
mysticism.
sort of. Yeah, like
Mystical shit.
even that. Like it just seems like they're fascinated by it because like, can you believe this stupid shit? Like they believe in a god. Final Fantasy, you get to kill God at the end.
Yeah, that's
Fuck
probably
these guys.
why. That's what held back Toejam and Earl in that market. They probably should have reskinned it as like a god slaying game.
Oh, I thought you were saying that the thing that held it back was when you killed God at the end.
Well,
Yeah.
like, you know, it'd be like a reverse Mario 2 thing where they reskinned it to make it more marketable. Just do that with Toejam and Earl, but, you know, have it be about, like, you know, high
You're
school
piecing
kids.
together the machine that kills God.
Yeah, high school kids assembling the machine that kills God. 10 pieces named after, like, the 7 deadly sins and, I don't know, 3 tarot cards or whatever. Or the first... And,
Yeah.
and you know, just
Oh,
like...
well, you know, we've already had Evangelion, so it is just the, what do they call it, the Spear of Longinus?
Keith, did you bring all the Beatles to my house? Because they're just got attached by like 2 bugs.
If I brought the fucking Beatles to your house, I think you'd thank me for making your house a famous
Oh,
tourist
shut
spot.
up. Oh,
Get
God
it?
damn
I
you.
do remember one of the more like offhand goofball remarks that was made when I was in Korea that just really got me laughing was the Seoul Tower having that big point on top, and our buddy Holbert telling me that it was spring loaded like a needle to stab God if he ever got close enough.
Was that like the same week we pontificated on those wobbly ass cable cars for a year?
Probably.
Wrote an entire script about it. He's taking Jim
but
down to hell with him.
I really don't remember
Uh-oh.
much else except for that bit saying like, oh, he's the boss is jumping to hell and he took Tommy with him.
Now we're in some like dead kidney, Mr. Dink piss machine.
Oh, all right. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying that apropos of the conversation, and I
I just was
know
so
what the
enamored
fuck
with
you were
your
talking about.
with your Mr. Dink piss machine concept so much that I bring it back at all times.
Boy can't leave the piss machine alone. Well, I think what we are actually experiencing is a graphical error.
Yeah, is
for
this
sure.
supposed to be like 3D glasses or some shit?
No, I'm pretty
think
sure.
I think it's supposed to be bad emulation.
Possibly.
Ah.
What?
Ah.
Emulation? Nick, what are you talking about? This is the real
Just
game
the
that I was
high
playing.
quality packaging you expect from the highly competent men who brought you a 20-minute conversation about Mr. Dink's bladder getting destroyed.
And then getting alchemy frozen into a chunk of gold.
Then Doug and Skeeter and Porkchop have to go on a cross-country, mad world style chase to get the piss gold machine someplace safe.
Oh boy.
They live in the middle of nowhere, so they just drive it out to the ocean.
They finally end up destroying it, and so that mankind is not tempted to turn neighbor against
no
neighbor.
one can ever have this machine. We have to get rid of it.
It's
No
too
one should
much
ever have that
power.
much power, dude.
It's too much power. Oh, God.
Could you imagine if this fell in the wrong hands? Skeeter, that's why we have to stop it.
That's actually like it's not that big a deal if piss turns to gold, because all that would mean is that gold would be a
No,
lot
Doc.
less valuable.
It's not that. It's not about turning piss into gold. It's about using it on people who don't want to be piss turned gold.
Yeah, I guess it would be a weapon.
Or they get it out to wherever the hell they're going, and Doug's about to do the deed, and Skeeter's like, "Wait a second, Doug. What if we just use it like one time?"
Oh,
Skeeter,
do the deed.
no.
I thought you meant he had his dick out and was ready to piss into the receptacle, and Doug and Skeeter was gonna stop him. Doug, wait! I've been thinking.
I was thinking the other way around, and then they have to have a really knockdown, drag-out brawl where he breaks Skeeter's orbital socket.
Oh my
and,
god.
Nick, it's always
and-
back to the orbital socket with you.
Yeah. You go
rough
on your
childhood,
very
man.
specific kicks all the time. I just want one.
Mine
So
don't hurt.
He breaks Skeeter's orbital bone in a fight. He like smashes him over the face with the machine. And it's like getting hit with a cash register. It's just like
They
so
reconcile.
heavy and ponderous. and it drops him like a sack of potatoes. And then, like, when Skeeter finally wakes up, he is in searing pain, and he sees that the machine is smashed to shit. And so there's nothing more he can do about it. And then he and Doug have to drive all the way back home. And for the first, like, 3 hours, it's in dead silence.
Well, like, he wakes up in the hospital, and he's all fixed up, and he's like, but Doug, how did you pay for it? And it's like, well, I don't know, Skeeter, I thought you paid for it. And then it turns out Pork Chop had made some piss gold while no one was looking. Pork Chop, that was very dangerous. You turned it on in the car. Well, he says he did it after our last pit stop.
All right, because Doug could understand Pork Chop for some fucking reason.
I don't remember. But in any case, you know, yeah, I guess the only problem with this machine is its potential as a weapon.
Yeah, exactly, which is why Doug wanted to destroy it. It's like, it's not meant for
I'm
anything.
picturing it like after the scene that I just described, they're in the car, and like he doesn't take him to the hospital because, what do you know, they're kids, they don't have any fucking money. And so they're just like on this road trip, neither of them has a license, they're both trying to lay low, and Skeeter is holding like a cold soda can to his face
God.
to like try to assuage the pain, but he also, like, they're too young, he can't even get a beer to like dull the pain. He's just stuck.
Doug,
I know you did the right thing, Doug.
Doug,
Eventually he has to say it.
when life hands you piss, you can't turn it into gold. The best you can do is make piss aid.
what is it with us in first-person shooters and piss?
Again, it's not just shooters. We talk about piss all the time.
We talked about this during the Tetris game or whatever the fuck it was called.
This will be the second time I bring up apophenia. Oh, thanks a lot, Stranger Things. I learned my most useful vocabulary word.
Yeah, it is a genuine
Apophenia
thing.
sounds like the goddess of disinterest.
Oh, well, he's not going to be in House of the Dead 5.
Yeah, maybe it can be the god of patterns, invisible patterns.
Yep. Well, once we crash and die, I think that's when... Oh. How did they not just, like, get their skin ripped the fuck off?
Yeah!